Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Market Pulse. I'm Ajit, Mahuli, the founder and mentor at Long Price Action Trading. Let's take a look at what markets have been doing and are likely to do in the coming week. On the monthly chart, we had a new high today, but it just breached that high and closed below again. So on the monthly, the trend is up. That's your current nearest demand, which is in play, and potentially some weekly demand zones at these areas. No supply as of now, unless this was more of a fake out and market started racing, but we are getting overextended in this direction. On the weekly chart, that's a supply. We have just pinged it now. The follow-through action is more important. If we go up, or this was more like a fake out and we start coming down and go lower. So this is an area of demand zone, but I'm not too confident about it. More so probably here or here is where you have good areas where you can think about long positions. That's a weekly demand zone, and this is going to be your other weekly demand zone. This is more of move with a ladder step move. So this area of demand needs to be seen on confirmation. Otherwise, if we fall from here, this could potentially be a likely target for the index. Now we have to see when it happens. And that's a daily chart. This is more of a pivot, and from there we fell. Today we breached that, but were unable to sustain on the daily chart. That's the main area of demand zone, and some areas of demand zone at this point on smaller time frames. Not so keen on any other demand zones here. So follow through action and some more price action clues as to how prices react at that all-time high. Remember, Bank Nifty, when it pierced the all-time high, had a bigger fall. So we'll have to wait and watch how tomorrow and day after tomorrow price trades, and especially it will be more interesting to see how the monthly closes. So those are the areas that we have. There is no supply, and that's a short term time frame. 75-minute we just pierced, came down. That is where the next demand is. If we breach this, probably the next area for us to look at demand zones or get into a short for targets will be somewhere close to 18,000. So those are the areas. Markets are pretty overextended. Longs will have lower reward to risk ratios, and shorts will have higher reward to risk ratios, but shorts will be under against the trend. So we'll have to wait for some confirmation before we get into shorts. Short-term income like an intraday longs and shorts, both are possible that we can do, but a swing position on index needs to wait. All right, so that's what we have. A strong trend up, but it's at an area where it had a bigger fall. So we need to wait for some more follow through price action. And also, if you take a look, India VIX is also pretty low. On the weekly chart, it has come to that lowest end. So we need to wait and watch how VIX correlates. So remember, when VIX is low, markets will usually be high and at a turning point, but we need some more confirmation here and the VIX as well. All right, so that's what we have for Nifty. Let's take a look at what Bank Nifty index is doing. Let's just straight away dive into the charts. So Bank Nifty on the monthly chart, again, uptrending all-time high index, pretty overextended, but pretty strong trend. The main demand zone is still here. That's about 33,151 on the monthly chart. There is no demand here on the monthly chart. So if let's say we have a turning point, maybe that's the area where it could likely to come, but monthly, no demand zone till this point. There is no supply zone as well. So can Bank Nifty continue moving up? Yes. So we'll have to take each day's price action into consideration before we decide to look at what kind of position you want to take. So after breaching that all-time high, but the price action that you need to observe here is that's the area of demand zone on the weekly, which is holding up as of now. That is 38,000. So if there is a turn in price, this will not offer too much of a base because of the location it is in. This is going to be the best area of demand zone for us to initiate swing longs on Bank Nifty. And as we went beyond this all-time high, if you see, the candle structures are not like really bullish. It's more of a consolidated move moving in an upward direction. So more clues will be offered on the smaller time frame. no buying till either this is a confirmation area or selling will be only on confirmation. The trend is quite strong, but reward to risk on the long side is bad. So maybe you want to do intraday longs and short, that's possible. Now take a look at this. This is what is scary. If let's say we have a turning point. Now, interestingly, today Nifty gave a new high, but Bank Nifty hasn't given a new high. It was sort of a pro gap down, but could not take this high. Now, if we have follow through action tomorrow, all this price area will get erased out. So the next best price area for us will be somewhere close to this. So if it falls, it's a good chance that that is going to be the first target, and the next targets will be somewhere close to 39,000. So bigger room to fall, wait for confirmation to go into short trades. And that is the area where you can look at some short-term income longs or target for your shorts. Coming back to the 75-minute chart. So that's what we see. We had a supply zone here. Prices are reacting to it. So there is no fresh area of demand zone that you can rely on. Hence, if we see a turnaround, that's going to be the immediate target for Bank Nifty. And if because prices have held this and gave a new high, but if it breaks this, then we are headed towards somewhere close to 38,500. So a cautious outlook on Nifty Bank, shorts on confirmation. Aggressive traders might want to go into some small position, but for bullish trades, prefer intraday only, and especially when it's coming to good locations like 42,400. Otherwise, stay away from the index. Right, that's what we have.